Have you heard about this? The world's most famous actor, Tom Cruise, the guy who does his own stunts, he's very famous for that. He might be doing the biggest stunt in history because he's potentially, well, it's definitely locked in there now. He's going to be going to outer space on the International Space Station to film a movie up there for the very first time. The first actor in history to ever do such a thing. Or will he not be the first? Because Russia now want to send their own actors and their own director up in space the very same month that Tom Cruise and his director are going to be doing this. They actually intend to maybe be up there even like a little bit earlier, like the month before or something like that, a week before or something like that. This is crazy. This has never ever happened before. Something like this has never ever happened where there's a space race. Unless, of course, you talk about the 50s and 60s when, of course, there was Russia and America, having a huge space race. Who's going to launch the first satellite? Who's going to launch the first human up into space? And who's going to be the first country to launch a human on the moon? Now, obviously, America won the moon situation. America were the first country and the only country at the moment to launch people to the moon. But Russia were the first to actually launch a satellite and a human up in space. So this is a very interesting little couple of articles we're going to be reading to you today. There's Tom Cruise. He's going to outer space and he's probably going to be the first, but Russia could be beating them. If you find this interesting, guys, we've got two different YouTube channels. Channel 2, which you're on right now, where we do daily videos, and of course Channel 1, where we do fortnightly travel films. 2 is the 2, 1 is the 1. It's honestly that simple. Now, getting back to the article, I find this really fascinating. We're quite literally living back in the 50s and 60s again. Not quite as significant, but it's still pretty significant. Okay, let's read on this. Let's do this, baby. Hell yes, let's freaking do this right now. Change the camera too. There we go. How Elon Musk is helping Tom Cruise go to space. Well, let's do it. Tom Cruise is teaming up with Elon Musk for SpaceX. SpaceX's first narrative film, which will see the actor head to space. Yes, really, this is a real thing that's going to happen. Now, the Mission Impossible star is taking movies to new heights with plans to film one out in the solar system in a ship powered by tech billionaire Musk. I mean, this honestly does not seem like reality, but it's going to happen. Pretty crazy, right? Earlier this summer, it was reported that Cruise was teaming up with Musk's company SpaceX for the project. Now, Deadline reported that the film is set in the early stages. It's still in the early stages, I should say. But if the film is made on the International Space Station, it will be the first movie shot in space. Now, Universal, the movie company Universal that has Universal Studios, Universal has now backed the $200 million film. That is a lot of dough. That's a lot of freaking money, honestly. On Monday, the Twitter for the space shuttle Almanac. Am I saying that right? Almanac? Almanac. So yeah, on Monday, which this is a 6-month article, but there's a brand new article regarding Russia wants to be the first, which I'm going to read to you in a second. So the Almanac space shuttle Twitter account shared a photo of spacecrafts and countries set to launch from in the next 3 years. Now, with a surprising revelation under the October 2021, which is what I'm going to show you this right now, under the October 2021 part of the chart, it reads SpaceX Crew Dragon. Now, here's the photo. Here is the actual photo. Now, this is like a manifesto, International Space Station and other countries' crew manifest 2020, and it goes to 2023. Now, let's zoom in. You can obviously read that. Yep. Now, going back to 2020, that shows what's already happened. This is the things that have launched in 2020. Now, if we go to September and October in 2021, this is where things get very, very interesting. Let's zoom down, and if you look carefully, what does that say in the middle? Can you guys see that? SpaceX Crew Dragon tourist flight. Now, SpaceX pilot Lopez, a guy called Lopez, is going to be flying the craft. He's probably he is the most important guy on that thing. Second most important guy, I guess you could say, would be Tom Cruise, who's the tourist from America. You guys can see the American flag there. And Tourist 2 is a guy called Doug Liman. He's going to be the director, and we don't know who Tourist 3 is going to be so far. Maybe they'll pick a female cast. Maybe they'll pick another actor to be in the movie and be with Tom on the space craft on the International Space Station. Can you imagine if it was you who was picked to be acting alongside Tom Cruise in outer space? That would be that would be the thing of a lifetime. You'd never top that. You would, no matter what you did in life, you would never top that. Anyway, going back to the article, I'll tell you the Russia thing in a second. Now, okay, so it's not clear whether this means filming is taking place then, or if this is a flight to see how viable filming up there actually is. I mean, if you're up there, you're not going to not film, right? If you're up there, you're going to film. NASA Administrator Jim, what's his last name? Because his name reappears in this. Bridenstine. His name reappears in this quite a few times. Jim Bridenstine tweeted about the project back in May. Now, NASA is excited to work with Tom Cruise on a film aboard the space station. We need popular media to inspire a new generation of engineers and scientists to make NASA's ambitions plans a reality, he wrote. Now, Musk replied to Bridenstine's tweet saying that the movie should be a lot of fun. So even Elon Musk, obviously, like he's, you know, if anyone's going to know about this, it's obviously Elon. It's his company that's helping take them up there. But even Elon's replying to the World Wide Web, you know, saying that he's excited for this. So it's obviously going to happen. It's a thing. Will it be the first, though? Will Tom and his company be the first? I don't know. Cruise is set to reprise his role as Maverick in this year's Top Gun sequel, which is in post-production according to IMDb. Cruise will also return as Ethan Hunt in the upcoming Mission Impossible 7 and 8. So there's Tom Cruise. Now, this is where things get really, really interesting regarding Russia. Okay? Russia. I like some vodka from Russia. Vladimir Putin. I'm going to be assassinated by a Russian hitman. Please don't. I'm a good guy. Now, Space Race 2. Russian actor bound for ISS in the same month as Tom Cruise. This actress has been picked to potentially make the first movie in space. They could be arriving on the space shuttle a week, 2 weeks, a month before Tom Cruise, or they may not happen at all. I don't know. This is speculation at the moment, but it seems like it's actually going to happen. Now, the Space Race appears set for a relaunch following the news that Russia is set to send an actor and director to the International Space Station in October, with the ambition of making the first feature film in space. Like, this is unbelievable. This is actually happening in our lifetime. What the hell? This year! This is happening in our lifetime this year. What is going on? Okay, so the crew are scheduled to begin their expedition on the 5th of October 2021. While on the space station, they could encounter some fellow filmmakers, Tom Cruise and the director Doug Liman, who are also due to travel there in October to make a movie. The exact date of Cruise's blast-off has not yet been revealed, but the departure of the Russians in the first few days of the month suggests an intention to beat the Americans. It absolutely does seem like they could pull it off. Russia was first reported to be mounting a rival production last year, shortly after plans were confirmed last summer for Cruise, who will be 59 at the time of his mission to go into low Earth orbit, backed by NASA and Elon Musk. So I don't think this movie is going to be a Mission Impossible movie, but no one's really sure at the moment. Now, in November 2020, a casting announcement from the Russian space agency Roscosmos said it was searching for a real-life superhero to go to the stars at the same time as becoming a big international star. Of course, anyone who films a movie in space will never live their life the same way again. They'll be absolutely famous for this. So listen to this. Potential candidates for the female lead, which it's going to be her, apparently. So potential, where are we? Potential candidates. I've lost my place. Okay, potential candidates for the female lead in the film needed to be between 25 and 40 years old, okay? And a Russian citizen, so you have to be Russian in order to do this, to weigh between 50 kilograms and 70 kilograms and have a chest girth, wow, of up to 112 centimeters. Now imagine if you were between 25 and 40 and you were beautiful, but you had a flat chest. You're not getting the role. Additionally, she must be able to run 1 kilometer in 3.5 minutes or less, swim 800 meters freestyle in 20 minutes, and dive from a 3-meter springboard with an impressive technique. What? Previous acting experience was not required. So on Thursday, it was announced that the actor, I'm not even going to pronounce the name, but this is what it sounds like. Yuliul Paraseld, 36, and the director, what's his name? Klim Shapenko, 37, had been chosen. Both will undergo training, including centrifugal tests, spinning around and around really, really fast on Earth to make sure that they're able to do, things in space. Centrifugal tests and flights in zero gravity, starting no later than the 1st of June. The pre-flight boot camp will be documented by one of Russia's main TV channels, Channel 1, which will also be involved in producing the film. So I don't think we're going to read anymore, but that's a very interesting little article or two regarding who's going to win the space race 2.0. Is it going to be Russia? Is it going to be America? I almost said Australia. Australia, you're well and truly behind regarding space, but that's another thing to talk about another day. Australia is actually starting to launch rockets now in space. But anyway, very interesting. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Russia, America, Tom Cruise, or the other guys? My name's Gareth. I've been tall. I hope to see you on this channel again, because we do make daily videos on this channel. And of course, we do make weekly/fortnightly films on that channel. I love you all. I will see you for tomorrow's video. Peace out. Bye.